1.1 The Boss, today with Cachet.
This was a proud sponsor of KNLY 91.1 FM.
Do you feel that your energy costs are unnaturally high? Do you want to fortify your building and keep it strong and secure for years to come? Then NRG Spray Foam Insulation is the answer you're looking for. Our unique foam insulation is made to help our customers save in energy, prevent gas, air, and moisture infiltration, as well as helping with general stability in your building structure. Call us at 713-936-3021 or visit us online at nrgfoam.com for more information. NRG Spray Foam. Building green, living green.
This message was from a proud sponsor to KNLY 91.1 FM.
We are broadcasting live from the Woodlands, Texas to the world. You're listening to the only multimedia FM station in Houston, Texas. Your Fusion Radio. Top 40s, dance, Latin, country, pop, rock and roll. All in one station. Mixing genres and generations. You're listening to KNLY New Waverly, Texas. 91.1 FM, The Boss.
The program presented or submitted by members of our community and are a proud sponsor of KNLY 91.1 FM. The views expressed do not necessarily reflect those of KNLY 91.1 FM and its affiliates.
Today's Entrepreneur. I'm your host, Armani Cassell, and joining us today is a very special guest, Michelle Barton, president of Southern Ice Cream. Welcome.
Hi. Thank you for having me today. I really appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
It's always good to share our story and kind of let everyone know about who we are and
Absolutely.
what we do.
And so let's get into introduction. Specifically, what about who is Southern Ice Cream and how did it get started?
So Southern Ice Cream's been in business for about 40 years. We, started out in mobile vending. I didn't sort of come into the picture until much later. I grew up on the West Coast. I went to college for environmental science and biology. I had no idea that this was my path. I was on a completely different path. But in the meantime, when I was about 25, my parents were sort of on this journey. They were interested in buying a ice cream distributor warehouse in Texas. And they sort of moved from California to Texas. They bought this business. I was working in Silicon Valley. It was very expensive. I was miserable. I was struggling. I had a room in a house, and I had a car that was about to break down, and I was driving in traffic every day and hating life. So they encouraged me to come out to visit Texas and see, the distributorship. And, it wasn't new to them because my stepdad had always been in the ice cream business, and I sort of was somewhat aware of things. I had done odd jobs in growing up as a teenager. But I came out here and I saw, okay, wow, like I might be able to afford a house. This is a much more
super.
attainable dream now, because Silicon Valley was ridiculous. So we moved out here. I worked in the family business. In about 2015, my stepdad passed away unexpectedly. I was 3 or 4 months pregnant. I had just gotten married about a year ago. I was sort of just overwhelmed with emotion. I lost my father, but also my best friend. I mean, there was a lot there that was taken, suddenly. So I had the responsibility of the business was on me, and I took that on, and I was burdened by it, but also happy to do it. I really was. I'm passionate about it, and it was our family business, and so I really wanted to carry on that tradition. And then a couple of months after that happened, Bluebell had their listeria outbreak, and our phones were ringing off the hook. Like we could not deal with all the influx of calls that we were receiving and all the new business that we had. It was crazy. But it gave us an opportunity that, we embraced, and we started bidding on school contracts and other opportunities. so that we could, basically get into that channel that we never really had an opportunity to get into before. So that was really exciting, and it's really helped our business grow.
And you mentioned as well the in terms of outside of Bluebell, also disaster response with Hurricane Ike as well.
Yeah. So during Hurricane Ike, we we had a lot of damage, wind damage primarily, not during Harvey, but during Ike. And Southern Ice Cream was designated a FEMA hub for the city of Stafford. So we became a partner with the city for that, and helped. I think we fed over like 200,000 families during
awesome.
That period. That was back in 2008. And we were also, during Harvey, we were on alert to be responsive in case of FEMA needed us. But in that particular storm, they didn't need us.
Okay. So tell me exactly what Southern Ice Cream does.
So we are a wholesale distributor. We carry a multitude of different brands like Blue Bunny, Unilever, Hershey's, 3-gallon tubs. We sell to all sorts of different channels. Originally we got started in mobile vending, which is the ice cream truck that drives through your neighborhood. And we are like a one-stop shop for an ice cream vendor. Like, they would come to our place. We have sales material to help them be better at running their business. We have decals, we have safety signs, we have all the ice cream that they would need. We have dry ice. We have sort of all of these things in one place. They can park at our lot. So we're offering a service, to them to help, basically generate their business and be more productive.
Okay. And can you tell me more about as well your demographics as well with in terms of who you cater to as well? So you said wholesale distributors?
Yeah, so we sell to wholesale distributors. We sell to, pretty much you name it, anywhere there's a need for ice cream. But we have special events. That is, a large part of our special events, which is basically ice cream catering, is corporate. We sell a lot to the corporate world.
Okay.
We do, anything, you name it, golf tournaments, weddings, birthdays, any special occasion where there's a lot of people and you want ice cream, we're there. We have several different options. You can do like an ice cream truck, you can do a push cart with ice cream in it, you can do a Sunday party. So there's sort of an array to choose from.
And so I noticed some trends in ice cream, but I know I haven't seen as many trends as you have. So can you tell us about certain trends you've noticed in ice cream?
Absolutely. I think, recently we've seen a lot of like alcohol infused products. So we carry one of them. It's called Social Ice. It's a wine infused popsicle. It's delicious. And, you can put it in a margarita. You can eat it on its own. Yeah. They come in like 4 different flavors. They're delicious. And I've also seen in other products where they're having them in pints. I've seen another big trend, I think, is people are going towards like a dairy alternative. So they're, instead of dairy products, they're looking for like alternatives like oat milk ice cream and almond milk ice cream. And and we've traditionally seen soy and coconut in those categories, but I think now it's even getting more robust, and you're going to start seeing hemp milk and all these other pea proteins, and so it's getting more unique. And I think as people are demanding, I think, more alternatives, the suppliers are responding to that.
And that sounds interesting too in terms of the uniqueness of flavors too. That'd be very interesting. So I wanted to get into as well what we wanted to make sure to mention about involvement and giving back to the community.
Absolutely. Several years ago, my husband and I were at an event and for Child Advocates of Fort Bend, and we were, listening to these kids who were now adults talk about their lives and how Child Advocates had had such an impact on their life and made them where they were today. And we were really, I think, moved emotionally. Like, we thought, let's find more information about this. So we went and we toured their facility and just really fell in love with the program. I felt like, they were, had it together. They had a really good cause, and so we decided at that point that we were going to donate a portion of our proceeds for our special events to Child Advocates of Fort Bend. So every year we present them with a check, and we also host their part of their Wings program, which is sort of like a exit program to child advocates. So like when these kids grow up and they turn 18, they're out of the system, and they get a check for, I think it's $1,000, and they're expected to, go into the world and find a job and rent an apartment. And so the Wings program really helps them learn how to do that, how to open a bank account, how to rent an apartment, how to find a job. And so we bring them to our facility and just teach them about our business and what it takes to work there. And also if they were interested in being like an entrepreneur, like if they wanted to start their own business, they could be an ice cream truck driver. It's a great business. You can work your own hours. You can put yourself through college. You can.
That's great. That's really good.
There's a lot there that I think people, they sort of forget. It's a really old profession, but it's still very profitable. Like you can make a lot of money doing it.
Okay, and that's part of your advice too for entrepreneurs. What advice do you have for entrepreneurs who both wanted to begin entrepreneurship? What advice do you have for them?
I think setting a goal and basically putting an action plan to get to that goal is really important. In my life, I feel like the best advice I could give to anyone in my position or in a position similar, is to strive for balance. I think we all get caught up in everything, and I'm really big on preventative and holistic health. So I really try to the mind, body, and spirit, versus then you have this tick in the back of your head that's like, I want to work hard. I've got to do this and I've got to do that, and you do, but it's sort of all in balance. And I think that's really key to being successful, is to not get overworked and not get especially where it's going to physically affect you.
Right. That's very important too for entrepreneurship as well. I wanted to also mention that I noticed on Instagram you had some rebranding.
Yes. We're really excited about this. We just decided within the last year that we're going to rebrand and come up with a new logo. We have it almost ready.
That's great.
It's about 80% done. We're still sort of in the process where we're going to be flipping the website and flipping all of our promotional materials. And it's been a journey. It's sort of exciting, but it's also scary because and sort of
bittersweet sort of.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I'm attached to everything that we've created in the past. It's sort of it's personal, and but I do think that the new look is going to be it's absolutely necessary. It's going to I think put our business in a new light, and I'm excited. So probably early 2020 we're going to be unveiling it full on. Fully. And have sort of a spotlight on that new look. And it's it's going to be exciting because it's necessary for growth, I think, to change with the times. You can't just stay the same forever. And we're trying to appeal to that newer consumer.
And I was also going to mention, how can anyone interested in getting involved with Southern Ice Cream, whether it's getting ice cream or dry ice, how do we get in touch? Would it just be through the website here, Southern Ice Cream?
Absolutely. You can go to our website, southernicecreamtx.com, or you can call us. We still answer the phone. We're one of those old school businesses that do that. You can go from our website. You can go to our Instagram page. You can go to our Facebook page, Twitter, whatever is your preference. Yeah, you can also come by our warehouse. We're in Stafford. You can come by anytime. You can buy a box of ice cream. You can buy dry ice. We're open to the public, so anyone can come.
Okay. I also noticed some precautions for dry ice. What are some of the specific things if anyone wants to purchase dry ice? What are some specific safety things?
Yeah, we have a brochure that'll tell you all the safety handling procedures with holding it. You don't want to hold it because it'll burn you. It's really cold. It's like it's a negative 120 something degrees, so it's extremely cold. but it's necessary in this heat. You know, to move ice cream around, it works really well.
That's good. That's great.
And to ship it as well, if you ever ship it.
And for one more thing, I guess, in terms of, again, the advice to, or the website to get in touch, is southernicecreamtx.com. And very, very grateful to have Michelle Barton, president of Southern Ice Cream, onto our show today. Today's Entrepreneur. Thanks for coming out.
Thank you for having me. I really had a good time, so thank you.
Thank you. This is Today's Entrepreneur, Armani Cassell. Have a great day.
We are broadcasting live from the Woodlands, Texas to the world. You're listening to the only multimedia FM station in Houston, Texas. Your Fusion Radio. Top 40s, dance, Latin, country, pop, rock and roll. All in one station. Mixing genres and generations. You're listening